Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of January 20th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't suit you, go check those other two signs videos out for deeper messages. Yeah? Alright, so like I said, we are in this big transition from a strong Capricorn stellium to an Aquarius stellium, which we are already there with 3 signs in Aquarius. On the 23rd, we have Mars also joining Aquarius, so we take action from a place with a humanitarian undertone. Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac, but when you meet an Aquarius, people feel like they come off as very independent, and it's not coming from a self-serving place. It's coming from a place of high intellect. High intellect just has a hard time relating to people, and it's not coming from a condescending place when it's actually just logically for them. It doesn't make sense why we put some people on a pedestal and why we let other people starve and be homeless, things like that. Yeah? Okay, and then on the 26th, we also have Neptune moving into Aries. And so Neptune has been in Pisces for a while, and it's an outer planet, so they tend to stay out there for even years and things. But with Neptune moving into Aries, Aries takes a bit more action than Pisces does. So your dreams, subconscious, unconscious desires that have been kind of in a dreamy place, they might be things you are more willing to take action on at this point in time. Yeah, that is what we're working with this week. And so I am going to use the Sedona deck. It's a deck I got for my birthday. It's very pretty. Remember when we used papyrus font for everything? I freaking love this deck. Anyways, so let's see what we've got going on for Scorpio. Blank. You got a blank card. Amazing, but it's intentionally blank. Unexpected unknown. There's a heart? No. Unexpected unknown. So, Scorpio, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want, but the point is that blankness. If you have a lot festering on your mind, I think we talked about it last week, mind over matter, and there is no matter, only mind. If that mind is full of shit, you aren't gonna produce anything. If you keep your mind blank and open, you have the ability to create a reality that you want right now. So Scorpio, this is a time for you to keep an open mind. That blank card is a blank mind, so that there's blank, it's a blank canvas for you to create the world you want right now. Yeah? Because you also have the sun. And what's fun is I think you had the sun last week. So the sun, joy and healing. Scorpio, you know, I don't like to promote people forcing themselves into like a toxic positivity moment, but the world is, you know, your glass is half full, half empty, depending on you. And this is saying to choose your joy. And there's been a lot of this week where the world, like our emotions live on a spectrum. And if you start from joy, if you choose to start from joy, it's harder to knock you off of it. So Scorpio, choose your joy this week. Choose, like, yeah, Marie Kondo, I think that also came up last week. You gotta choose what makes you happy. Prioritize those things. Like, yes, do we have to grind every day, which is an ugly word. I hate that anyways, but do we have to get a lot of what we need done? Do we need to get our chores and everything out of the way every day, or our work? Yes. But can you give yourself even just a minute of something that is pure joy for you. Yeah, I don't know what it is. You're gonna figure it out. Oh, because here's one of those cards that talk about that again. Century plant, looking upwards. So yes, you have to choose these higher frequency energies, which are joy, love, peace, live up here. Down here, things like fear, suffering, anger, all of that lower energy. You have this in-between space, which is where I learned that, like, so alcohol is liquid courage, and courage takes you above all that worry and shit. But then weed, because when weed became legal in California, acceptance is this very, when I witnessed it, when I came back to California after it was legalized, I noticed people in this acceptance zone, but it does still block you from these higher spaces. So you really have to choose, Scorpio, whatever it looks like for you. Joy. Start from here. All of this is going to exist. We are all encompassing all of this. But you can choose to wake up down here or up here. So like I like to tell people is have a bedtime routine or a morning routine so that you don't end up just like stuck here. You can start from a good base at least. And yes, things will happen throughout your day. That's just how things work. All right, Scorpio, I also have one more card for you. I've been pulling from the Kuan Oracle deck just because in this transition from the year of the snake to the year of the horse, which still we are a few weeks away from, it's February 17th, we want to take this time to really move into the horse in a place of ease, because we are at this point in the Chinese like medicine where in the winter time we're the most susceptible to colds. If we overexert ourselves, we want to be dropped into our feminine and be, you know, just receptive to the winter, because winter is also that yin energy about just being in our intuitive, reflective state. So with your Kuan Yin card, I pulled this one. Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. So for that compassion for ourselves, you have got the Ivory Swan Goddess. The Ivory Swan Goddess affirms your spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your inner light never fades and cannot be tainted. Release stories of guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may realize your divine beauty. Be more of yourself and shine your loving divine light into the world. All right, so Scorpio, Ivory Swan Goddess, and don't let anybody taint your beauty. Choose that higher frequencies of joy and peace and love. And that is what I have for you this week, Scorpio. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next week. Bye.